Hello, Mr. Dave here with the Living Jazz Children's Project and our rhythm component. In this video today, we're going to continue to dig through our musical toolbox or musician's vocabulary. Things like tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Things like rhythm, tone, sticking, dynamics. We're going to add another little tool to our box of tricks, a thing called shaping, or rather feel. Can we say feel? Feel. Let's spell it. F-E-E-L. One more time. F-E-E-L. Nice. We're going to review some body percussion. And lastly, we're going to learn how to make some percussion instruments at home, as approved by the adult in the room. All right, let's get started. Okay, so let's look inside our musical toolbox, or musician's vocabulary, and see what we have. So far, we've talked about tempo, a steady pulse, how to count that, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've talked about shaping rhythms with tones. Why don't you join me down here with the slap tones? 1, 2, cinquillo, twice. Yes, and then we talked about how we combine stickings to these tones. Real quick, let's try this one. We'll do 2 rights using cinquillo and 3 left hands up here. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 times. 2, 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. You know what to do. And nice. So also we talked about dynamics, and dynamics is our musical volume that we play any of these rhythms, be it a low dynamic, a louder dynamic. Either way, we really want to make sure we're clear with the rhythm and what the purpose of playing these rhythms is. So one more little trick to add in to the mix here, and that would be how we feel rhythms. Can you say feel? Feel. F-E-E-L. Spell it, please. Ready, go. Again, I'm not sure you spelled it. Nice. So feel, we have 2 options with feel on this, and that would be number 1, the triplet. Say triplet, triplet. And with this pulse, we have 3 notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we also have the next feel, which is duple. Can you say the word duple? Duple. All right. So with duple now, we have the same pulse here, but now we have a duple feel, which is going to be, we're going to put 4 notes, 4 even notes, instead of the odd number 3. We're going to go 3, 4. We'll break that down in a second. But triplet, duple, triplet, duple. I know, it's craziness. It's craziness. But all this counting, feeling the tempo, thinking of stickings, thinking of how we're going to feel the rhythm, all that lives inside our inner clock. We have to just put all these elements together. Your thinking cap, your listening skills, your watching skills, and paying attention to what it is that we are playing and that it's nice and clear. So moving on, the triplet. Let's work on this sticking, it's 3 notes because it's the triplet, and the sticking is right, left, left. We will separate the tones. So let's try this. We're going to do 4 triplets, and we'll count it like this: 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. 1, 2. If you like animals, try 4 sea otter. C otter, C otter, C otter, C otter. But that's the triplet. Okay. Now the duple, the tempo stays the same, but now instead of these sea otters, now we have 4 notes, and that works like this. Think of an alligator. We have this. Alligator, 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 alligator. Ooh-wee. Ready? And 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 1 on the chest, 3 on the leg, and 1 E and a 2 E and a 4 E and a. You're gonna count just like this with the alligator, 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 alligator. One more time, please. Ready? And duple. Nicely done. Let's try the triplet one more time. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, ready, go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. One more time, just you, please. And this is a pretty slow tempo, but we can feel the difference. Again, 3, 4, and stop. Cool. Now the duple. Alligators, yeah? 2, ready, and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. One more time, please. And 1 E. Cool. We'll come back to that in the next video on how we put the 2 together, because that is a heck of a lot of information, and I think you did a great job, because I am watching. Moving on to body percussion, or HAMBONE. Now, HAMBONE comes to us from an unfortunate time in history in our country, a time during slavery. In the 1700s, a law was passed that banned enslaved Africans from playing drums, singing, dancing openly out in the street. Now, the drum specifically was used to communicate for hundreds of years before enslaved people were brought here. And this law was passed that took that away. However, the spirit of the drum managed to stay alive with this newfound restriction. And it comes to us by using the body as a drum or percussion instrument. And I would also like to take a moment to recognize the city of New Orleans in the state of Louisiana, as it is the home of jazz music. And jazz music is a music that was created here in our country and is a mix of so many things that I do not have time to totally discuss. But I tell you what, hip-hop wouldn't be hip-hop without jazz music. Lizzo wouldn't be Lizzo without jazz music. It is really a beautiful type of music that really has moved around and taken shape in a number of different types of music. Much like laws being passed that took away the drum, but not the drum's spirit. That said, let's go through the first movement of HAMBONE. And this has a triplet feel on it, and that's our swing beat. It goes 1, 2, and 3, 4, and join with me, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, again, 2, and 3, 4, and stop. Nicely done. One more time. Ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and stop. Sweet. The next movement we have is a move we call the actual HAMBONE. And the HAMBONE movement has two tones, but the movement goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's try that. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, again, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our vocal for that was taki ti taki ti ta, taki ti taki ti ta. My apologies, don't do it too so fast. So let's try and let's do the hand bone. Taki ti taki ti ta. You can still think that, but we just want to hear the hands and the bones. Taki ti 2 times. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and and stop. And I should note this movement, the hand bone, is a duple feel. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and stop. Great. The assignment for the week: to combine both the swing beat and the hand bone without stopping. Same tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3. Hand bone and 1 and 2 and 3 and stop. 2 and go. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3. Hand bone and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and stop. There it is. All right. Okay, time for some quarantine creativity. And I want to talk shakers. As you know, shakers come in a number of different shapes, different sounds, different materials. So what I'd like us to do is make a shaker at home. Before you do this, I want to make sure that you ask the adult in the room what materials you can and, more importantly, cannot use. And then let's start building something. I have here an empty can of Coca-Cola, and I removed the drinking tab and put some white rice, covered that with some duct tape, and lo and behold, I got me a shaker. Okay, looking forward to the next video. Thank you again. I'm Mr. Dave with Living Jazz Children's Project and our rhythm component. I will see you in the next one. Take care.